With Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus, let's check out a significant comic for Daredevil's #1 arch nemesis. Let's take a look. Okay, what I have here is Amazing Spider-Man number 51 from 1967. That puts this book in the Silver Age. The artist was John Romita Sr. and the writer was Stan Lee. What's significant about this book, you can see it right on the cover. It's the second full appearance and the first cover appearance of the Kingpin right here. Kingpin of crime, Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, whatever you want to call him. A lot of people don't know this, but he actually started off as a Spider-Man villain before he would go on to become the arch nemesis of Daredevil and be a major villain for the Punisher. This is also a key for one other reason, which is that it's the first appearance of Robbie Robertson, who's a mentor to Peter Parker at the Daily Bugle. But let's talk about Wilson Fisk. His first appearance was in Amazing Spider-Man number 50, which has that super iconic cover by John Romita Sr., one that I would love to get in my collection eventually. And basically, Wilson Fisk starts off his life as a poor child in New York City. He gets bullied a lot by other children, and because of this, he decides to kind of build up his strength, especially taking in the influence of like sumo wrestlers and stuff like that. He gets discovered by a mob boss called Don Rigoletto, who hired him as a bodyguard. And Fisk basically worked his way up in Rigoletto's ranks until he became basically his right-hand man. At that point, he basically turns on his mentor, eliminating him and taking control of his men and business interests before expanding his new empire and becoming one of the most powerful figures in New York's crime underworld, earning the name the Kingpin. You know, if you've read Daredevil comics, then you know that the Kingpin is a staple of Daredevil. He's been around for a very long time. He has been everything from an outlaw to the mayor of New York City. He has been injured or died or close to death several times and has been able to come back. He's been shot in the head. He's been stabbed to near death. He's had multiple wives, one being Vanessa and the other Typhoid Mary. He is just a prolific villain that is always good for very interesting stories. I absolutely love having his second appearance in my collection. I think that this is such a cool cover appearance for the Kingpin. He looks really awesome. I really love the way John Romita Sr. draws him. You may be wondering, EJ, you've been holding this book in a very specific way this whole time. Yes, I have. That's because of that. Yeah, so mine is missing a chunk out of the cover. I was able to get this for fairly cheap. This book can go for like $300 in high grade. I didn't pay anywhere near close to that. I got it at, I think, a very fair price for what it is. It's a shame that is missing a piece of this cover, but at the same time, I really love this cover. I really love the black and Spider-Man, and I love John Romita Sr.'s art. It doesn't bother me too much that it's missing a piece of the cover. It's not missing anything important, so I'm super happy to have this just really, really cool, significant issue for the Kingpin in my collection.